Just getting something to lift my tripod up so it's at eye level to me. Oh, my allergies are going crazy. And then just tilt you down. Hey, Amanda. You're always one of my first ones to be here. Hi, Columbia fan. Wake up. Oh, I know. My eyes are like puffy today. Good morning. I'm just turning the brightness on. There. It's actually just on YouTube when I got the notification. Aw, you're awesome. I like it when you pop in. Having coffee. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. Same bell on. Awesome. Yes, well, that's the thing is some people I get notifications for, and other ones I don't. Hi, Jasmine. Yes, coffee chat. I'm home this morning for a bit. I have a doctor's appointment this afternoon, but I'm hoping to do a blood test, but they're not going to have it before my appointment today. That's fine. I tried to figure it out the rest of this week, and it just didn't fit in anything. When I was downtown on Tuesday, I was trying to get my cell phone fixed and all that, and it just didn't work yet. So it's partially in the process. So I'll get blood. There's a blood where my doctor is. I have to travel by bus. Like, it's only about a 10-15 minute drive, but it's about a 40-minute bus ride, and the bus runs every half an hour. Like, I had to take 2 buses. So I had to take one bus to the mall and then one from there. So yeah, but it's my first time I've had an actual family doctor. So, and I just got it, because I was used to just use the clinic and the doctor, they said that my doctor would be there, through Apple Tree, and it sucked. So, and there's a shortage of doctors in Ottawa to take on clients. So I literally just got this one last June. Only took me all my adult life. Because I would just drop in the clinic, and then it's now, as I'm getting a bit older, I should have a regular doctor to keep me on track and stuff. Clinics don't address you, the whole patient. Alright, glad you got a doctor. I don't know if they are. It's on March Road. It's on Klondike Road. It's Active Care Medical. So it is a clinic, but it's not a walk-in clinic. It has multiple doctors there, but you only go and see your doctor. And your doctor, there's a nurse for every 2 or 3 doctors. So when you call there, you go through the list of which doctor you're calling for, if you're trying to leave a message. If you want to talk to the receptionist, that's the first one. It's kind of nice because then you can see. Yes. Only problem is, so my new doctor is Dr. Neskovich. Dr. Svetlana Neskovich. Very nice doctor, a female doctor, so that's good. Only problem is she has a very a strong European accent. So, and she's not very, not too many knots. She's nice and stuff, but she's not the warm, fuzzy, kindergarten teacher. I mean, she's a doctor, she's going through the thing, but sometimes she seems like she's busy too, but she's at least addressed all the things that I've had issues with. Just, I'm very distracted, and I ramble, while she's kind of to the point. So, good doctor. So far, so good. Our private, yeah. I've had my doctor for almost 20 years. Yeah, my in-laws' doctor um, is retiring, and they're looking for a doctor, but I don't think they want to go all the way out there either. Um, I don't know if they're taking on. You have to. So in Ontario, you can call if your doctor is retiring. You can go on a waiting list, and they tell you where the closest doctor is that are taking patients. Can you ask if they accept a Quebec Regi health card? Well, most clinics do um, accept the Quebec health card. But why don't you want to do a doctor in Quebec? Since it'd be closer to home. Have you pay up front and I only get a portion back? Oh. There are no doctors in Quebec. What, you don't have, there's no clinics or anything like that, or doctors? Clinics are private co-ops and mostly people go to hospitals or to Ottawa. Oh yeah? Really? Wow. When we were looking at buying a house, we contemplated getting a house over in Quebec because the prices were cheaper. Like my husband worked, just works in Gatineau too. But um, we looked at other things with Quebec, and me being English, my husband's bilingual, so that's not an issue. And this is when we had Quebec's huge. Quebec's like I think bigger than Texas. Quebec's I think the largest or second largest province. Well, yeah, province because the other ones are territories. I was gonna say Northwest Territories. They're larger because they're more spread. Well, they're doctors, but there's when we say there's no maybe no doctors accepting patients. Waiting lists are insane. The wait periods for basic tests are very long. Testing is done at hospitals or private, and you pay for it. Yeah, see here in Ottawa, there's clinics, there's walk-in clinics, and there's where you get the tests done. So some blood tests you pay for. Like I found out with my vitamin D test, you pay a price for the vitamin D test, but if you already had a vitamin D deficiency, I think, or some sort of thing, then you don't pay for it. But to test, if you have it, you pay. I know it's like $30. But all the other tests, but there was like a long list. There was like 17 tests that they did. So paying one test out of like 17 isn't too bad. There are too few doctors and none taking new patients. Exactly. So this is the problem: is that there's doctors, but there's not ones taking new patients, and a lot of the doctors that come do the walk-in clinic part, and then once they open up, like an inflush of people sign up, and they get filled. Blood work, MRI, ultrasound, and mammogram. I did in Quebec and had to pay for it. Quebec Regi only covered a portion of it. I was in Elmer and it was in Gatineau, 50 minutes away. Really? Move to Ontario. My daughter has had an MRI, a CAT scan, um, and everything. Not those. We never paid anything. Um, my other daughter has had dental work under anesthesia. Um, that one we ended up going through. It was a longer waiting list going through CHEO. If we had to do it, we privately we could, but we'd have to pay the anesthesiologist's fee, and then that would be submitted through insurance. Like part of it would be covered under a whole hip, but part under insurance. But then we'd still have out of pocket. But we did it under CHEO that one. because it was a lot, like she had something like 8 cavities that needed work on, and nitric oxide was not knocking her out enough to for her them to do it safely. But this was a few years ago. This was like when she was like 7 or 8. So, but yeah, I mean the good thing about Quebec is that it's cheaper land, cheaper property. I think you have more taxes. Oh, I need to put. Did I put no notifications there? I don't want to. But houses are about the same. Okay. Well, they're more. So this is the thing. Even in Ottawa, they're more expensive out here in Canada than they are in Orleans, and the same size houses and stuff. But it's because the distance. I think the distance to downtown is further from Orleans than if you're working downtown, and this is just because we are closer to the high tech. There's a high tech, like a Silicon Valley of the North, as what they call it here, kind of like your Silicon Valley in the States, but a bit much smaller here in Canada, and so people are are like wanting this type of land more. 283 for the game. You can get an old 100 house for old and run down. Yeah, so we paid for our townhouse here. Now, this was 14 years ago this year. 14 this year. So it's just like 13 years ago. We paid 206.5. They wanted 210, we paid 206.5. And it's a townhouse, but it's a 1,700 square foot townhouse, not including the finished basement. And my driveway can hold 2 cars. It's only 1 car garage. 3 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. But the houses now, these townhouses are selling for $300K. Yeah, so the townhouses around here, like my neighbors, have sold for $300 to $325K, and some of them don't even have finished basements. Now, the previous owner finished the basement, so the colors are eclectic, but you can get 400 square foot brand new construction. Yeah, no. But this is also Canadian dollars. You can't, in Ottawa area, okay, put it this way. A 1-bedroom apartment to rent is minimum $850 to $900. That does not include a parking space, usually. Parking space is usually another $50 a month or $25 a month or whatever. And that's in a okay neighborhood. Near the projects and in that type of neighborhood, you can get a 1-bedroom apartment maybe for $790, $850. A townhouse near the projects or the lower, not lower income, like rent geared to income, not quite projects, but they're old. They're like the townhouses were built in the 60s. Okay. They are at least $1,100, $1,200 a month, if not more. Some are $1,600 a month. Average rent. That's in a so in a good area. Okay, so the apartments, there's a couple apartment buildings around here, or even, the nicer, and these are apartments that don't have a pool or anything. Like, this is apartments that just have like a laundry room. That's their feature. Okay, and it's not downtown. So the ones downtown, they're smaller, they're older, and you're lucky if there's a laundry room, or you could have, your portable washer dryer or something like that in your place. You're paying $1,000 for a 1-bedroom minimum, and your 1-bedroom is literally a bedroom, bath, tiny kitchenette like thing. Forget about so square. Pizza, the way to go. 1 mil revenue each year. Exactly, and just good morning. He provides homestead. 50,000. I could buy McDonald's for 20 years. We bought a 6-year-old house on 3 acres. Oh yeah, no, this is not even with acreage. Like, yeah, here. Hi, Middlemark. How's it going? Yeah, 3-bedroom apartment. So yes, a 3-bedroom apartment is okay. I'm talking about the cheapest ones. You can get a 3-bedroom apartment for about $1,200 in not great neighborhoods, or close to not great neighborhood. A good apartment, you're paying like $1,600 to $2,000. A townhouse here in Canada, the cheap ones that are like old townhouses are about $1,200 to $1,600, um, if not more. Um, Average is about $2,000. If you want to rent a house, like I have a friend who rents a house, she's lucky she's got it right now for I think $1,600, because she has lots of kids. But it's like 2,500 easily, or more. Like I'm like we don't pay that in like, so recent we were paying like 1,200 in near Bayshore. So it wasn't lower income at the time. It had all renovated, but it used to be. We got 1,200 and we're like, well, we may as well buy a house, because I mean our mortgage here. You want Szechuan sauce? Hi, Metrosonic. Here, our mortgage at 200K is about 1,200 or less. I think less now. And then you have heat and hydro. So also those apartments and those townhouses don't include heat and hydro. Sometimes you're lucky if they can include heat. The old apartment buildings will include heat because it's one huge major heating system. Oh, what's the difference? Just like so well, Toronto is even worse. Like, forget about Toronto. You're paying $1,200 for a room. Yes, well, when you own a house, you pay property tax, but our property taxes aren't like I don't think that they're high, but um, for what we got, like, I mean, they assess our house higher than what we paid because that's what the houses are going. But I'm trying to think. It's about $2,000 a year or something like that. That's why your minimum wage is what it is. Well, our minimum wages just went up. Well, our minimum wages for the longest time were closer to $10. But yeah, our minimum wage just went up $14. It jumped like $4, $3, $2 or $3 in a year. Probably went from 1,000 to 6,000 in 10 years. Wow. I don't know how much. I have to ask hubby. I know at one point it was about 2,000. Well, I don't know. Do you can count the water and sewer and property taxes? Because there's like 3 of them. But all things considered, when we pay off the house, it's not a lot. Use a way to make cinnamon buns, pour cinnamon on chair, and so. That's funny, Mark. Yeah. So I mean, I figured by the time we pay off the house, we have I think 8 more years to pay off the house. Then we just have to pay taxes, like the property taxes. So then we have more money to play with for water usage. But we have limitations on what day we can use and how we use it. Oh, and there's a day you can't use it? See, we don't have any limitations like that. Hi, Tom Tom. Nice and neat. Oh, it's 25 degrees. You're killing me. It's not even, it's like going to be -2 today, I think. It's just above 0 right now. Not indoors, outdoors. Okay. Well, how do they know the water indoors and outdoors? And it's insane that the loan officers make off selling loans for houses. Yes. I have a friend who went to a questionable mortgage broker or whatever because they had a bad credit, but they wanted to buy a house. And I'm like, oh, just wait till you have a bit better credit. But they're paying like crazy interest on their freaking house. By the time they actually pay, like they stretched their mortgage to be like a 30-year mortgage or something like that. And I'm like, by the time they pay off their mortgage, it's going to cost them like 3 times the amount of what they bought the house for, because it's something like 10% interest rates, while everything else is like 2. Yeah, it's like even numbered houses can use water outside on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. No one is allowed to use on Monday. That would be too confusing. I have a hard enough time to know if it's freaking garbage day or if it's recycling, paper recycling. Most of the ones in America are 30 years. Some people do 50. We usually do, I think it's 20, 25-year mortgage. They don't usually recommend 30-year mortgages, but some of the people do that when they want to get a bigger house, like these, well, I would consider mansions, maybe not quite mansions, but like, these big, huge houses. If you're on your own well, you can use whenever the heck you want. I need you all. Hey, Jono, how's it going? We have credit score requirements, but some places will go super low. Then you just putting people in horrible situation. Well, yeah, so there's sometimes, depends on the person. Like, I know somebody who, like, bad credit or whatever, but they have a secure job. If they have a secure job and the money's coming in, then they can pay that mortgage rate. But if they lose their job, they're screwed. Oh, you're a little bit upset? How come? What's going on, Jono? Hold that thought. Yeah, they just changed the rules that you have 25% down payment. When we bought the house, we had to have 5% because we were new homeowners. But if we were buying a second home, I think it was 15%, 15 or 20%. But new homeowners, I think, still have it. The minimum here is 3.5%. Yeah. Hey, Jono, what's up? I'm just getting coffee. I'll check the chat. Get back. Coffee. Get chores done soon. I got ducklings, rounds, veteran loans are 0% down. Okay, somehow I hit pause on my video. I'm like, how did that go? Gotta go cook some breakfast. I'll be back in a bit. Yes, grab food, because we always chat about food. Hi, Michael Fruberger. Hey, Jonah, what's up? What's wrong? That's really good deals for veterans. And what's USDA? So anything in your area. This will be the first time home buyer programs that will give you the down payment if you qualify. Okay. Yes, debt-free is a dream. It's, it is a possibility. Did you see my reply? No, no, I'm trying to catch it. Where I'm going to look for your name and try to find your reply here. You're a bit upset, really. Everyone. Hey, Irish Family Homestead. No, I just said you were a bit upset. What were you about upset about? Scroll up should be there. I did not see it either. I just scrolled up. Please tell us again. Your state is rural areas, so not in the city limits. Okay, so it's not. All I saw was you were really upset. I want to be here for you. Okay, I just slurped my coffee. Yes, feel free. Please share the love in here. And her text me saying I'm very hurt and I'm using it. It's really hurt me. That sucks. This is a hard thing with kids, especially when you aren't with the other parent anymore. I like your videos, and they are funny, and your kid's cute and small and entertaining, and he's not being exploited or anything like that. But especially if you have like custody arrangements and all that stuff, exes are exes for a reason. I don't know your situation. I don't know your ex, but in every situation, the exes they're exes because they didn't get along, right? Whether who was right, who was wrong, who was bad, who was good, whatever. Sometimes it just doesn't work. But if that's how she feels, you have to kind of accept it. That's how she feels. That might not be what is happening. But that's how she feels. So you have to kind of like respect that and kind of work with that and try and change how she feels. So asking her what's her suggestion um, other than him not going on your videos. So okay, Jonah, you are the male. He's the guy. Cody is a massive part of my life, and I'm not going to cut him out of my videos. No, but that's a 1-800 number. I don't answer those. Chad likes the vlogging, and you aren't forcing them to do the videos. It's a good point. It's no different than taking pictures. What do you do with your time? But but sometimes in situations like this with videos and stuff like that, your ex might use this against you in like visitation or custody or anything like that. Well, if he's enjoying it, have an actual discussion. Like at some point, like I'm hoping that you have at least a mutual relationship with your ex, that you could sit down and like go for coffee or something like that and talk with her about the situation, or even talk to as a family, her, you, and Cody, and ask Cody what he likes. You know, of course he's going to like to be on videos because kids these days. But it's when kids are young, and you're in a split family, it's going to be hard to try and get people on. She's blocked me. She don't talk, and she don't talk. Want to see me. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know how you exchange your child. My parents were like that. They used to exchange me at McDonald's. One would go to McDonald's, get me a Big Mac combo, sit me down, see the other one from the other door, and then go to the door, and that one would come. So that's my experience with divorce. So it was not healthy. Her boyfriend texts me. Okay, that's messed up. He shouldn't be texting you. She should be. But were you guys married? Do you have legal custody arrangements? Yeah, she seems. Yeah. If you are not jeopardizing the kids, it's all good. Just don't expect to have control over what your ex does when the child is with her. There's a lot of kids who like to vlog. Good for self-esteem. Yeah. Hey, Luca Ramos. Hello to me, uncle here in Brazil, Paul Erguido. Hi, Paul Erguido and Luca Ramos. Welcome. I think you're the first person from Brazil here on my channel. Hi, Charlene, Indiana Fishing and Gambling. How's it going? So I need to watch. No, they don't. They don't need to. They probably don't like how much fun Cody has with me. Yeah, they're probably jealous. Or if he's bragging about what he does with you, makes them feel like the bad parents. I would kind of ignore it, or just talk. I'm like, I'm sorry you feel that way, but he seems to enjoy doing the vlogs. Be respectful. Okay, acknowledge her feelings because she has these feelings. They're legit to her, whether other people can see it or not. I've seen your videos, and he seems like a happy kid. So you're not like doing anything, but it could be issues if you have custody arrangements or visitation and all that stuff. I don't know how it is in the because you're in the UK. Well, you're over. You're either in Europe or UK. So I don't know how it works over there. Right? To have to go. Oh. Well, have a wonderful day, Irish Homestead. Have a great day. Thanks for popping by. Putting your kids' best interest first. Exactly. She has feelings whether they're crazy or not. Well, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. You have to be respectful of her feelings, and whether those feelings are just her being overly anxious. Yeah, England. Yeah, because I'm like UK, England. I know you're over there. Like I don't know what the rules and stuff like that is, but I would take that as a forewarning of if there's going to be trouble, there might be trouble. Any type of situation. So just make sure it's clean and the kid's having fun, and the kid knows that you're not forcing him to do it. Yep. Boyfriends can be jealous. Not live in the area, but I'll be at no service. Leave the area, but yeah, no service. Just trying to review it. Hey Charlene, how's it going? What's the weather like with you guys? Here we're well, it's a little bit still did a little bit of snow this morning, but nothing. It turned to rain and then it stopped. But it's supposed to rain snow ish today, and then it's supposed to go down to -2 Celsius again. But it's supposed to be 10 on Saturday. Dallas type, maybe she doesn't like seeing you with the new girl. there's that too. Well, I think they've been together for like 2 years. She started bringing up Phoebe's video. That was... yeah. Um, yeah, maybe not have over 18 stuff on the same channel as your kid, too. That might be the problem. Hey, he provides homestead. Just... Cody can't see that. No, but if people are watching... So that's the thing, is people are watching it to watch your kid. If he's in most of your videos, then just I would remove that video. Put it on... Not remove it from your channel. Just put it on unlisted. Then nobody can see it, but you still keep the watch time. So he provides homestead. Are you actually going to try to do a dumpster dive, as was mentioned on one of your videos that somebody asked you to do that? Yeah, I would not have that on the same channel. I would have a separate channel. I would make a second channel if you want to do. I'd keep your channel if you have Cody on it as family friendly content, and if you want other stuff to have rants or whatever, have a second channel. And that has nothing to do with Cody. You could still keep waiting for the right opportunity. I think it'd be interesting. So there's a few people that do that. I would love to, like, there's supposedly in some areas there's like groups that do that. I would love to try it sometime, but I don't have a vehicle, so I would never be able to get anything home if I did find anything. But I've watched a few people do it behind like makeup stores and stuff, and they get like makeup stuff. Okay, gotta do ducky stuff and back in a bit. Okay, well, see you in a bit, Jasmine. I'll be here for probably another 40 minutes or so, maybe. At least half an hour. And then I have to start making my way to my doctor's appointment, get blood work, and blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, don't forget to share the love. Make you a sandwich, Steve. Okay, somebody just used my driveway to do a 3-point turn. And I'm like, I'm not expecting anybody. Certainly do a real tail store. Yeah, so they go behind like the malls and stuff, and they can see what they throw it and stuff. Go now, bye. Well, bye, Jono. Have a great day, and take our advice. Bye. Yeah, maybe search for videos of people who do them in your area. Thinking a farm store, maybe. Well, I mean, that would be more useful stuff to you. Like, some people, they do it, and they do it for stuff that they can, that's still in unopened package, but, like, they had to throw it out because it was returned. Like, some stores' policies, if you return stuff, like, and it hasn't been opened, or it just been opened and you closed it and all the stuff is there, they have to destroy it, which I think is crazy. Why not sell it out of box, But some stores do that. Or if the stuff is on clearance and they can't sell it anymore, they'll throw it out, and they'll or if the box is damaged. I know, that's crazy. Here in Canada, they do that too. I don't think as much. They might send it to their main store. Maybe they're up the chain stores, and then they might throw them out. But when I worked in retail many moons ago, it was from a store called Byway, which is a business many moons. When stuff was returned, we checked the packaging to make sure everything was there, and then we put special tape on the packaging and marked it like $10 less, saying it was all the stuff was there, it was checked, and stuff like actually sometimes we got like sheet sets that the person bought. They bought the wrong size, and you can't ever fold them back into the original packaging. It never works. And so we would fold them and put them into a clear bag and put the other bag taped on top of that bag and marked the sheet set for like $10. You know. And we had a bin of all that stuff. Well, you gotta ask Jen for that. You want cinnamon? I want cinnamon rolls. There's still some. And I can't wait till Monday so I can go Costco. Monday I'm going to go Costco and go get more yeast because the rolls did not rise as much. If you want to look at my live stream yesterday, He Provides Homestead, I did it with Angie. And we're putting the rest. I haven't edited the thing to put the recipe below, but it's in my Pinterest. It's the cinnamon rolls on there. It's to die for. It's a no-fail recipe, except my yeast was old, and I know that it was old, and but it had been in the fridge, and it's risen before, but it didn't rise. Like, they're normally like this high. They were a little bit shorter. Do a Costco haul. Oh yes. When I do my grocery haul, I go and do all those stores. Superstore, Freshco, Costco, Food Basics are my 4 stores I go to every 2 weeks. This week is normally my grocery week. So I usually either do groceries Wednesday or Thursday of this week. But my friend was not available, and I had a doctor's appointment today, so she wasn't available. Like, it takes me 6 hours to do shopping. No, the last time I made stuff with it, it was the milk, and it fuzzed a bit. It's the yeast. I've had, it's technically expired. I think it was expired last year, and it's been working, but not as well. I was like, the last time I made cinnamon rolls, they were quite, this was Christmas time. They were quite good, but I think I added more yeast than it recommended. Used to do Sam's Club. So we don't have Sam's Club here. I don't know if there's any Sam's Club in Canada. We have Costco. Just do double or triple. Yeah. Same as Costco. No, it's COSTCO. So Costco, without the T, they do strollers. I remember because I had a stroller from there. Costco. I just don't necessarily. I don't always enunciate the T. But love Costco. My only problem with Costco is their packaging is tall. It's big. It's not so much that there's 3 or 4 of the boxes, but just sometimes their boxes themselves don't fit in my cupboards. And my cupboards, I purposely did my cupboards with some shelves big to hold things. For example, here, I made pancakes this week. Pancake mix for a year. This stuff is awesome. It's the best pancake mix. You just add water too, so it's great for when times are lean. This is the best. This whole bag costs $10, and it's 4.53 kilograms, which is 10 pounds. And all you need to do is add water. There's a recipe conversion of how many you want to do. And I think this is an American company because it has stuff in Seattle. You can host a crusty pancake breakfast for your school or whatever, and you can get money back. We'll reimburse you 50% of the purchase price of your Krusty's Pancakes mix up to $100. Any sales tax must be paid. So you can do that for $10. Actually, it's less than that. It's I think $8.99. Oh, but it's like the best pancake mix. I do have smaller boxes of. I think I still do. Of Aunt Jemima. It's about 10 pounds. 4.53 kilograms, maybe 9 pounds. It's heavy. But I opened it. I made, because my hubby wanted breakfast for supper. What day was that? Monday? Because he didn't like my options. And so I wanted breakfast for supper. I'm like, okay. So I wanted pancakes, and then eggs, and bacon, and toast. And hash browns. Like I just did from potatoes. Cooked up potatoes and did them in the oven. I want buckwheat pancakes. See, I don't like buckwheat. Well, it's not that I don't like buckwheat. Buckwheat pancakes are really heavy. And they're dense, and they stick to your ribs, and they sit in your stomach forever. Same with oatmeal pancakes. I like the buttermilk plain pancakes. Not necessarily healthy, but like that is great for your when times are lean. Like you can make pancakes for dirt cheap. But, my kids when they were smaller, they liked pancakes. Neither one of, like, only hubby and I made pancakes. My kids, I think maybe Rowan might have had one. But Abby's not a big pancake person. She'll eat pancakes when she's away at camp or something like that. She might have, like, they might convince her to have a pancake, and that's about the extent of what she wants as a pancake. And when we've gone to the Maple Bush, she's had pancakes, but, because it's real maple syrup, like, anything. And I do a mixture between the two. Either real maple syrup if I'm making, like if I'm doing something fancier, like if I'm doing waffles, which I just use pancake mix in a waffle maker, and just make the batter thicker. Or if it's my kids pouring in the syrup, if they're wanting syrup, like on like store-bought waffles or pancakes, I just give them the Aunt Jemima stuff. That's my backup. Well, yes, real maple syrup is expensive. Here, a jug of it at Costco, because that's the cheapest spot, is like $12.99 for a liter. So, yeah, I only buy it when it's on sale. I always have at least one jar of it. Oh, excuse me. I need more coffee. This coffee needs to hit me. I used to make maple M-I-L-J milk. What's maple milk? What's maple milk? Glass of milk, and you use maple syrup instead of chocolate syrup. Oh, okay. That would just be really sweet milk. I like, I just like maple syrup on pancakes or waffles. And in cheesecake. Real maple syrup in cheesecake is yummy. made our own. Well, if you make your own, then that's a different story. Oh, excuse me. A friend of mine just made maple syrup. She has a bit more land on her property and some maple trees that they, as a project with the kids, they tapped their maple trees, which they didn't get a lot of maple, like sap, but they cooked it down. They cooked it down in the crock pot forever, and they've made 1 liter of maple syrup. It took them like forever. But they had, I think they tapped like 3 or 4 trees. But we haven't, I don't know if we've had a good year for maple, because we've had a very cold year. We haven't really had spring really much yet. Some people had like crocuses and tulips coming up, but we got the snow and the freezing rain, so probably killed them. Ours was like 40-to-1 ratio. So yeah. Well, as I said, they had like 3 or 4 trees, and they got, I think they got like about 30 or 40. I slept until 6:30. Woohoo! Hey, good morning, puppy's breath. Oh, you got chores. I got chores too, but I'm ignoring them. Actually, I put a load in the dryer, so I should load the dishwasher. Actually, no. That's my kid's job, is to load it, but they didn't do it before school. Well, you have a great day. He provides homestead. Can't wait to see you do a dumpster dive. I think that would be lots of fun. Oh yes, they were good. They didn't rise and be as poofy as I like, but that's because of my yeast. Older yeast dough would make. I wonder if that would make good Danish. Possibly. Just, as you said, does it help if you leave them longer to rise? Possibly, but I think I needed, as Jasmine mentioned earlier, to use like 2 or 3 times the amount of yeast. Excuse me, to use up the old yeast. Oh, that was I sneezed and cried at the same time. Would be too sweet. Well, yeah, they would be like those, like you guys in the States have these Hawaiian rolls. And Big Family Homestead does these Hawaiian or these sweet dinner rolls. There's a recipe for them. I made them. My family liked them, but they found them sweet. But I think Americans, you like your bread sweet. Because I've purchased them before, and they're sweet. But you guys like make Hawaiian rolls, but you put sandwich, like it's not a breakfast roll to put just butter on or something. You put like sandwich meat and stuff on them. No, they sneezed. No, sneezed and cried. It was like, ah. Yeah, oh, so, um, I'll have to show you guys at some point in the video of things that I got for Christmas. I got a Pullman's bread pan to make Pullman's bread, and that's why I need to get good yeast too, because I want to try and make a fresh bread that my husband actually likes. So my rest of my family loves my fresh bread, you know, and it's usually rise enough. I haven't made it like since the summer. Um, but my husband finds it's not as good as the store bought. It doesn't rise as much or not as airy like Flair. So lately I've been doing it with water in my stove too to add moisture and stuff like that. It was really um, good. But I'm trying to find a recipe that is more like he likes like Wonder Bread type fluffiness. So hopefully I can do it like that. Seeing those, you know, use them, the Pullman loaf pens. I know. I saw her videos and I asked for one for well, actually that I got for my birthday last year, but I haven't used it. I got that. I have an attachment for my KitchenAid to make pasta, and I got some Tatler lids and some small cute jars for my canning this year. And I got 2 cases of jars, of regular jars. Very practical. I have frozen bread dough. That's the way I do it. Boiling water in the warm to proof the bread. And then when it's frozen, do you take it out and let it rise again? Yeah, I love bread. See, I like my fresh bread. And I use like a bread maker too. I have. But I find with that, like that one makes a pretty good um, loaf. But the bread slices are huge. No, one rise only. Okay. Cool. Oh, exactly. You're not supposed to cut bread when it's warm because it tends to sink and make the air. But oh my goodness, fresh warm bread with butter. Well, even just when it's warm, forget about even if it's warm. Even if it's cold, if I get fresh bread from the store, I just love eating bread and butter. I'm strange like that. It is no good for you. Well, they say lots of things aren't good for you. What's my favorite cheese? Um, Brie. I like brie. I like all cheeses, but when it's in my budget, I will get a brie from Costco because it's like $10 for like a 800-gram wheel of the double cream or triple cream brie. Um, and I'll get that. That on crackers with my roasted red pepper jelly, which is nice and spicy. It's yummy. Um, I like cheddar. Um, oh, if you like salty cheese, you gotta go try some stuff that they have in Quebec. Okay, it is awesome. It's super salty, salty, salty. I'll show you. It comes in a jar of salt brine. Do I have some? Do, 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 do. It is here. Yeah, we're gonna make that for supper. I think it would not be too hard to find. Okay, no, it's not peppers. Ginger. Oh, that broke. That's not good. I'm losing my mind. I thought I still had it here. Watch it. I'll see it. Now I can't find it. I'm losing my mind. It's a salted cheese that it's a fresh cheese they tie in knots and they put in a brine, a salt brine, and then they sell it in jars. It's a Quebec cheese. It's really salty. Super yummy. Oh, Tomato jelly? I've never had tomato jelly. I have a recipe of my red pepper jelly on, I think if you look on my canning videos, I made it for the first time last year, and OMG is just as good as the store-bought stuff, if not better. It's better. Honestly, I think it's better than the Epicure one, because the one from Epicure I picked up once, it's not very spicy. It's actually on the sweet. This isn't too spicy, but on brie on crackers, oh, so good. And the cost to make, I think I made 6 jars, so 6 cups of jelly, 6 or 7 cups of jelly. It cost about the same amount as it would cost for 1 jar. I'll look for it in your videos, Jen. Homemade is the best. Fresh pepper, yes, exactly. It's in the canning videos. I think it's called hot red pepper jelly. I'm not. I've tried onion jelly and I've tried bacon jam once. That's actually nice, bacon jam. But you have bacon jam on cheese on crackers. And then you could just have it on cheddar. But I still had some nuts in my fridge, but I don't. They're hard to find even here in Ottawa, and Quebec is just over the river. But we had them when we were in Quebec for vacation one time. Yep, bacon jam. President's Choice, which is Loblaws brand, like their store brand, makes a bacon jam. It's yummy. It's not sold in the jam section though. It's sold in with the antipesto and other like stuff for fancy dinners. You know, like balsamic vinegar reduction and all that stuff. Bacon ice cream. Yeah, like with the mustard and condiment stuff, but not with the jams. Even though it's called bacon jam. Sold at fancy mustards like Dijon. Also, I think Needy Homesteader or one of those, either Needy Homesteader or I have brain fart. Angie's Kitchen or something made Dijon mustard canning last year, I think. Like American mustard, yellow mustard. We like Dijon or deli mustard. I do like yellow mustard on like hot dog. Well, I'll have it either. On like Oktoberfest mustard. It's kind of like say deli mustard too. Grainy, yeah. But the American mustard, which is I think the yellow mustard, I like it on pogo. Pogo, I put a container pogo of yellow mustard and ketchup together. It's a spicy brown, or horseradish. Yeah, well, spicy brown. So we like the spicy Dijon or deli or. Actually, my husband just started liking what's popular down in the States. I know is honey mustard. I bought some, but he had some at work with some chicken fingers or whatever. They offered it to him. And he's not a big honey mustard person, but he actually liked it with those. No girlfriend or worse fest. Woohoo. Oh yes, okay, well, those are the fancy. Those you can get in the international food aisles of some of the grocery stores. Fresh horseradish mustard. Oh yeah, that's like wasabi. That'll clear. I like horseradish on roast beef. I like Dijon mustard and horseradish on roast beef and or gravy. Prime rib. Yeah, prime rib. I never buy prime rib. I have prime rib at my in-laws. Prime rib does not fit in my budget. Roast beef and ketchup? No, no, no. Now, my in-laws do a prime rib every once in a while. I make the rib bones. And when it might be on sale for them, and they'll get it. But they don't do anything with the bones. So usually when they have a prime rib, I take the bones home and I make a nice stock with them on a Kimmel Rec roll. What is a Kimmel Rec roll? Like a roast beef sandwich? I would never think of putting ketchup with roast beef. I'd put mustard. Thousand Island Russian dressing on a roast beef sandwich. That sounds decent. But not ketchup. That's okay. I used to have a cousin that all I remember, like, we went to visit them once when I was a kid, and she would put ketchup on toast, like, not butter, and not like with it, like ketchup on the eggs and put the egg on the toast. No, just ketchup on toast. I'm like, that's a bit odd. It's like a hard roll, but has coarse sun caraway seeds. Is that like European or something? Sounds good. Perfect for roast beef. Sounds German. Yeah, because I was gonna say that kind of like sounds. I've never been to Europe, so I wouldn't know. But I have friends that have gone there, and they have a lot, like, I have friends that go to England every couple of years, because they have family there, and they're like, yeah, they go to the bakery for bread, they go to the butcher for meat, they go to the market for vegetables, but they go to all three of these stores, or the local market sometimes, just that, like, every day or every 2 days. Like, it's the way I shop is like completely foreign to them, because I shop for 2 weeks, and I've been finding, though, so it saves me money, but I've been finding that I've been buying too much for those 2 weeks. Like, not like too much of the fresh produce stuff, the fresh food stuff, not the packaged stuff, because that can last longer. Hi, Maniac. Hey, from Turkey. But they go shopping, like in Europe, they go to shopping like every day or every 2 days, and then they have just a little bit of leftovers in the fridge, versus the way that my fridge is always packed. um, so my grocery haul on Monday will be a little bit different than it's been recently, just because of I'm trying to plan ahead and plan a menu roughly before I go, with looking at the what's on sale, and then getting the things I need, versus just picking up everything that's on sale that we normally eat. Sorry, y'all. Dad's doctor is here to talk to him. Oh. Have a great day, BJ Hunting, and thanks for popping by. So I'm going to be doing a little bit different. I think I'm going to be cutting down the things I buy that need to go in the fridge. I do need to pick up some meat and that, because I'm trying to eat through my freezer, but the problem is my family doesn't like always the same stuff. So I had to stop at Sonic, thanks to you, Jeff. I had to get cinnamon sticks. Yes. Yeah, check out my live stream from yesterday. with Angie about the cinnamon rolls. I'm going to be editing that this morning to put the link in there. Get me, yeah, sure, yummy. Now I want some too. Well, making cinnamon rolls, you can make cinnamon sticks with it too. It's really easy. It took like an hour with rising, hour and 20 minutes. You ain't got time for that. Yes, but that's when you go make it like the night before. You could do it all up the night before, and then put it in the oven to bake in the morning. Gotta be at work 5 minutes ago. Okay. A snowplow just went by, but there's no snow on the ground. And it's not snowing. It hasn't, I don't know what, it wasn't dropping salt down. It's just driving around, I don't know. Got nothing better to do. We've always been so calm cooking. You can talk and do other stuff, and I don't get rattled. I'm still not like that. I admire that easy. Well, yeah. I'm easily distracted, as you saw live yesterday, and that's why with my cooking videos, there's usually clips and I stop and pause, because that video that might be 5 minutes, like I'm editing a video that I forgot I uploaded like in November, but I didn't I didn't publish it. I'm like, oh, okay, it's a taco soup using leftovers, so I'm just adding cards right now. But all those exactly, squirrel. Well, I'm facing the window, so I see this plow going by. Hi, Sam Dowes. Yeah, it's a cruel world. But if you have coffee, that's half the battle. Shoot, now what was I saying? But when I make my cooking videos, that's why I can get them for like 10 to 30 minutes. Because I'm taking videos of just bits, and I'm showing you what I'm doing. Versus you seeing me doing stuff and waiting, But, yeah, and the measure, so baking is not always my forte, because you have to measure stuff, and you have to be fairly accurate. And, that's, not what I'm good at. I'm better at winging it and tasting stuff, and, oh, this needs a bit of salt, or it doesn't need more hot sauce. And I'll ask my oldest child, Rowan, who did my hair, who doesn't like as much spicy stuff, how much hot sauce it needs. Because if she'll eat it, then that's half the battle. Everybody else can add hot sauce to it. So, Sam Dallas, where are you in this world? Are you in Dallas, or is that your last name? Yeah, I'm already supporting you, Sam. I'm on the Oregon coast, Gold Beach, cool. You must have been in one of my live streams or commented on my videos or something like that before, because I'm already supporting you. But you don't have any videos. I used to play, back in the day, the Oregon Trail. Back when it was um, on the computers. Back, wait. And then when it came out as an app on phones or tab on computers, like it came back as a resurgence. I played it. I kept on killing my family off. There's always one of them that dies. The whole treat the sick. But there's not enough food or whatever. I would not have survived being early settlers. Nope. I could probably cook, because I can cook with cast iron, and I can cook over a fire. The many years of being in scouting and scouting leaders and stuff like that, we've done a lot of cooking over fire. And realized that sometimes it takes forever to cook. So, somebody would have to stay back, usually me, because I'm like, well, I know what I'm doing. And keep the fire going while you're cooking the stew or the chili or foil dinners and stuff. No uploads. I'm too lazy for that. Although I do want to make a whole YouTube series on building custom kitchen cabinets. Cool. Been the dinner for the daughter. Yeah. They would have some good eatings. I think that would be a great idea, Sam. I'd watch it. He's the number 49 sub on your channel, Sam. So is that what you do for your living, Sam? Flippin'? Amanda made me hungry having a donut stick. You just have those randomly in your house, Steve? I see the woodworking videos and get tons of views, so I'm thinking about giving it a go. Sure. Well, everybody's interested in home, do-it-yourself stuff. Went shopping yesterday, bought donut sticks, cookies, and stuff for my pizza. Oh, yum. Are you making pizza from that frozen bread dough? Oh, probably from a crust mix. Okay. Cool. Go and buy some sub rolls. Okay, now you're making me hungry. I build mostly high-end furniture now, but I built kitchens for about 30 years and I have a real good one-man system, and I think it would help some youngsters to learn. Yeah, well, what you could do is start taking like some video or make a video of items you make and just do a short little video of like the finished product and then do one from beginning to end. Yeah, they are quite popular. I watched and I don't have all the tools. So I watched. Always great to teach the others. Exactly. Yes, I use Hangouts. I haven't figured out how to do Hangouts as a live stream, though. Yeah. I've popped into Angie's one, but we haven't figured out how to switch it to my picture, like when I was talking. I have to watch some more videos on that. Yeah, let's just check out. Been self-employed for 45 years, and I really advocate for self-employment for anybody. So I really would like to help. That is cool. Self-employment can be scary though, because especially in like recession times, or or if you're doing high-end stuff, if people aren't willing to pay the high-end prices. You both can be on the same hangout, just need to invite through hangouts. Yeah, I did that once with hers. Like, Angie Nicholas did one, and I tried to log in. I was having difficulty logging into hers, but it was just showing her picture, while on mine I could see her down here and I could see me up. But I don't know how that works. Oh, let's see, what's my... I need just under 900 hours to get to the 4,000 mark. Close, but no cigar. Let's see, I want to see. Do, 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 do. Oh yeah, that's what I want to see. Your playlist on the weekends, Jen. Awesome, Puppy Breath. Thanks. Really appreciate it. awesome. Thank you. Well, it's almost time I should get going. I gotta go to doctor's appointment. I always stop and watch videos though. Well, yeah. Feel free to rewatch the live stream part that you missed at the beginning. Um, tomorrow, tomorrow afternoon. Oh, so I have one that's scheduled coming on tomorrow. Is a video that I accidentally forgot to publish in November. I just put it up for tomorrow to schedule to go tomorrow morning. It's repurposing leftovers into taco soup, or making taco soup from leftovers. It's like a 5-minute video, and it's just like I love making soup with leftovers, and taco soup is one of my favorite things to make with leftovers because there's usually like a little bit of meat, a little bit of vegetables or whatever in your fridge. You could throw it all together, throw taco seasoning, some canned vegetables, tomatoes or beans or whatever, and you've got a whole other meal. My family, I think I've created a monster. My family is not too fond of leftovers as leftovers, unless it's turkey or roast beef. They'll have those two things or baked mac and cheese as leftovers. Other leftovers, taco, and so I'm always being creative and repurposing the bits of food into something else. My famous trick is making soup. Usually making a vegetable soup or a taco soup or something like that. And also making soup for like a supper is one of the easiest ways that you can save money. Guys got upset. Amanda. No, not Amanda. Donna. Donna Norris doesn't like the word taco. So if she watches the replay, I'm sure she'll respond. Amanda's the one that always gets me to say the word when she's in the room. Because I read the comments as they're coming up. But it's one of the best ways to save money. A casserole, most leftovers, dump in a pan, grate some cheese on top, throw it in the oven. Well, she saves everything. Yeah, with most families you'd think, but mine's particular, they're picky-ish. They're not big on casseroles. The only thing they like is baked mac and cheese. I've tried to make other casseroles, like a chicken casserole. Chicken rice casserole is or a chicken pasta one is a bear. But my husband doesn't like chicken. So, getting him to have anything with chicken other than fried chicken or spicy chicken causes me anxiety. That's not the stove, though. The stove is not too bad. No, the stove is bad today. My daughter left her part of her lunch here. She didn't want to take it all. Yes. For my next... Well, I have so many videos I still have to put together. It's the time to sit down and edit them, and then having my computer not, like, crash. Or yesterday was the internet crashing and messing up and killing me. But, and I think, so that was an older video, so the camera picture's not as great. If you look, oh, tell me of the what's in my purse video. I did that with I changed the angle, so I figured out my camera had a too wide angle, so it was looking like everything was like a fishbowl, right? So I changed the angle. Is it better now? Because the what's in my purse video was with the better angle. Wish it was warmer in the morning. I'd take out my drone. You guys are fun. Thanks. Gotta go turn some boards into sawdust now. See ya. But we'll take a video, take a picture, and make it into a video. Make a collage of pictures. Hope to see you soon. Feel free to check out my other videos. I'm going to try and be live tomorrow afternoon. So after 2. After 1:30. I'm going to try and be live. Yeah, the picture was clear on the first video. Because that's an older... Well, the one that's coming up tomorrow is older video. The way, like... So I'm going to be editing a bunch of videos this weekend. And some of them have the older camera angle, unfortunately. And the newer camera angle should be better. And I think I figured out... I'm not doing anything necessarily fancy with my videos. I'm just like gluing them together and either fading them or having them flip into the next clip. And hopefully the transitions from are not as noticeable of clips. And hopefully I get all the sounds of the clips out. How to get a GoPro type cam. Well, that's what I got. So I got it's what's it called? It's the cheaper version of GoPro, but there's the 8-man. But it's the settings. It's figuring out the settings on it. Okay. Well, I paid $100 for this, and that's the camera that I use versus my phone. So the phone gives a better, I think, picture, and that's why, like with live videos, I think the video is much better. But using my camera on my phone to take videos, it's really hard because I can't take longer videos on here. TopHatter.com. Okay, I will check that out. I'll type that in my search thing and see what they have. I need to get another, I've contemplated getting a web camera for my laptop because it doesn't have one, but only if it does as good as a quality as my phone. $6 at Sonic? For what? Isn't Sonic like a burger place? Okay. I've never been, but I'm pretty sure it's a burger place. Isn't it like 9:30? Are they open? Do they serve breakfast? Burger time and milkshakes. Oh, they do. Oh, cool. What is it? Yeah. Cool. No fries, tater tots. Oh, that sounds good. Breakfast burrito, tea, and Cinnabon sticks. Yum. Okay. Well, I've got to get going. I've got to head on down to my doctor's appointment. Hope to see you guys tomorrow afternoon. I should be live in the afternoon after 1:30 sometime. Have a great day. I need to hook up to get some natural casing hot dogs. Yeah, I think you have to look online. Have a great appointment, Jen. Well, it's a doctor's appointment. This should be fine. Bye later.